Baseball will always be America's game, but it's also a game that is beloved and played all over the world. And a big reason for this is not just because it's fun, but the game teaches everyone who plays it. And I can personally attest to this after playing it for over 15 years. Baseball can help teach valuable life lessons such as patience, perseverance, fairness, and how to deal with failure. Patience is one of the toughest things we need to learn growing up, but baseball helps dramatically. The game itself is slow, so for those of you who have been to a game or seen one on TV, I'm sure you can attest to how slow it can get. It's not upbeat and fast like other sports such as basketball. It takes a while to train and actually get good. There was an article written about Ronald Acuna Jr., a major league player for the Atlanta Braves. And he talked about how he always wanted to be a big leaguer, but how long it took him to get there. He was patient and he practiced every single day and finally achieved his dream. You need to be patient when practicing because getting better does not happen overnight. You will face obstacles at every stage in life, and baseball teaches you how to help overcome them. A perfect example is my good friend, Kyle Baker. Kyle is on the baseball team at the University of Delaware and is going into his 5th year playing on now a medical redshirt. I've known Kyle most of my life and have played baseball with him all growing up. At every level, he got better and better. However, when he came into college as a freshman, he struggled. And that's something I've rarely ever seen him do. In an interview with him, I asked, "How were you able to persevere through that early part of the season?" He responded, quote, "It wasn't easy. I just went to work every day trying to be better because that's all I could do. I've played my whole life and ran into trouble before. It didn't stop me then, and I knew it wasn't going to stop me now." End quote. Adversity will hit you. Kyle, adversity will hit you, and baseball will prepare you to face it and will overcome it. So this ball right here represents Kyle's adversity. This is the ball that he kept after his last season in which he was first team All-CAA. So I want to thank Kyle for letting me borrow it and show all of you guys. And it really shows that you can overcome adversity no matter how big the obstacle. Something we can all agree on is that life is not fair. Baseball is no different, and baseball helps kids understand this concept. In an article from spiderslight.com titled "Youth Baseball and Life Lessons" by Coach John, he touches on this exact issue. He says, quote, "In baseball, the coach doesn't always make the right decisions. Some players get the opportunities they don't deserve. Umpires don't always make the right call. Sometimes you do everything right and you don't get what you deserve. Baseball isn't fair. You will deal with situations that don't make sense, but you must work through them. Will you mope? Will you pout? Or will you adjust and work harder?" End quote. Baseball, just like life, is not fair. But playing the game helps you to realize that and handle these situations better. Failure can be one of the most frustrating things we deal with on a daily basis. And baseball is the ultimate way to teach kids how to move past it. You will make mistakes playing the game, but it's all about how you respond to them. One of the most infamous failures in the history of the game comes from the 1986 World Series when Bill Buckner let a baseball go right through his legs. In an article titled "A Graceful Man Who Got Over It" by Tyler Kempner, there was a quote from Bobby Valentine. Quote, "He handled it amazingly well, but it killed him. There were probably 50 interviews where he could have blamed McNamara or something about Stanley throwing the wild pitch or anything else about Game 6. He never said any of that." End quote. Buckner handled his failure the way we should all strive to. Don't blame others and own up to your mistake. Learn from that mistake and don't let it happen again. In baseball, every single time you play, you practice overcoming failures. No, some things you just can't learn in a book or from class. And the things baseball teaches you, patience, perseverance, fairness, and how to deal with failure, are something everyone should learn. Thank you.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Oh.